Grau, estudiante del Departamento de Teatro de la Universidad Internacional de la Florida.
On behalf of the students and the staff of the university, I invite you to enjoy this wonderful production of The Dining Room. The students have been working on it for a long time now, about 6 weeks. It was directed by guest director Gail Garrison. Gail, can you stand up, please? Gail, in the time I've been here for 15 years, is the first guest director that we've ever brought in from the profession. It's been a wonderful experience for the students. They've really enjoyed working with her. So one more. I'd like to say just a little bit about the production. The students that have been involved with it. It was designed by Casper Machado. My Spanish is atrocious. Okay? Even though I live with a Cuban, my Spanish is still atrocious. I do have a baby son, and I'm hoping that my Spanish will improve. It's getting a little bit better, but I still have to work on it. Casper designed the scenery. Chris Cardenas, an alumni, designed the lights, and Jade Goodrich designed the sound.
Bienvenidos a la obra The Dining Room. Esta fue dirigida por una directora invitada, Gail Garrison, que se encuentra con nosotros en también queremos dejarles saber que la escenografía fue diseñada por un estudiante, Casper Machado, el diseño de iluminación por Chris Cardenas y el sonido por Jade Goodrich.
One of the great things that the BFA acting students get to do at the end of their tenure of the program is they get to write and direct and produce their own one-person show. And on December the 3rd, that's a Sunday, we'll be having a performance of two of those, two wonderful redheads, Lucille Ball and Rita Hayworth, done by two of our senior students. So if you're interested in any of those, want to find out the gossip of their lives, you might come and enjoy the performances of those.
En diciembre 3, esto es un domingo, vamos a tener los proyectos de los estudiantes de cuarto años. Estos son proyectos que ellos escriben, dirigen y producen y son basados en personas famosas, vivas o muertas. Este año tenemos uno basado en Lucille Ball and Rita Hayworth.
If you look at the back of your playbill, that will tell what's coming up in the next semester, we hope. And last of all, but most importantly, would you please take this moment to turn off your cell phones so that they don't go off in the middle of the performance. There is no flash photography that's illegal or videotaping of the performance, even though we are making a videotape of that. That's strictly for educational purposes only.
En sus programas, en la parte de atrás, podrán ver los próximos shows que vamos a tener en el siguiente semestre y queremos pedirle por favor que apaguen sus celulares. Fotografía está prohibida y también grabación de video.
And if you like what you see in our production, please come again and tell your friends, because we can always use more audience. Thank you very much and enjoy the performance.
Do you like gardening?
Used to.
Imagine having a long, leisurely breakfast in here.
As opposed to instant coffee on Eastern Airlines.
Exactly. You know, this is a room after my own heart. I grew up in a dining room just like this. Same sort of furniture, everything.
So did I.
Then here we are. Welcome home.
What did they ask me again?
Make an offer. I think they'll come down.
Trouble is, we'll never use this room.
Oh, now.
We won't. The last two houses we lived in, my wife used a dining room table to sort a laundry.
Oh, dear.
Perhaps you better show me something more contemporary.
That means something farther out. How long have we got to find you a home?
1 day.
And how long will the corporation keep you here after you found it?
6 months to a year.
Oh, then definitely we should look for the house.
shouldn't have shown me this first.
I thought it was something to go by.
You spoiled everything else.
Oh no, we'll find you something if we've got all day. But isn't it a lovely room?
Let's go, or I'll buy it.
The dining room.
Yes,
Notice how we gravitate right to this room.
I know it.
Are you sure Mother doesn't want this stuff in Florida?
She hardly has room for what she's got. She wants us to take turns without fighting.
We'll just have to draw lots then.
Unless one of us wants something and one of us doesn't.
We have to do it today.
Do you think that's enough time to divide up a whole house?
I have to get back, Sal. We'll draw lots and then go through the rooms taking turns. Here. We'll use the salt spoon. Take a pick. You get the spoon, you get the dining room.
You mean you want to start here?
Gotta start somewhere.
You mean you wanted the dining room?
Yeah.
What happened to the stuff you had?
Jane took it. It was part of the settlement.
If you win, where will you put it?
That's my problem, Sal.
I thought you had a tiny apartment.
I'll find a place.
I mean, your children won't want it.
Probably not.
Then we're
Come
on
on, Sal. Choose. You don't want it.
Of course I want it.
I mean, you already have a perfectly good dining room.
Not as good as this.
You mean you want 2 dining rooms?
I'd give all stuff to Debbie.
To Debbie.
She's our oldest child.
Does Debbie want a dining room?
She might.
In a condominium?
She might.
In Denver?
She just might, Arthur.
No, I don't want to fight. Which hand?
Are you planning to put it in storage?
I might.
I checked on that. That costs an arm and a leg.
So does shipping it to Denver.
Good morning, Annie.
I know what will happen if you win.
What?
You'll end up selling it.
Selling it?
That's what will happen. It will kick around for a while, and then you end up calling a furniture dealer.
I am absolutely amazed you say that.
I don't want to fight, Arthur.
Neither do I. Maybe we should defer the dining room.
Maybe we should. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Annie.
Selling the dining room? Is that what you told Mother I'd do?
I told her I'd give you the piano if I can have the dining room.
I'll be lucky if I keep the spoon.
I'll give you the piano and the coffee table if I can have the dining room.
Annie!
Yes, sir.
Did I find a seed in my orange juice yesterday morning?
I strained it, sir.
I'm sure you did, Annie. Nonetheless, I think I may have detected a small seed.
I'll strain it twice, sir.
Seeds can wreak havoc with the digestion, Annie.
Yes, sir.
They can take root and grow.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Daddy?
Yes, good morning, Lizzie Boo.
Daddy, could Charlie and me
Charlie and I.
Charlie and I come on and sit with you while you have breakfast?
Yes, you certainly may, Lizzykins. I'd be delighted to have the pleasure of your company provided.
Yippee!
I said provided. You sit quietly without leaning back in your chairs and don't fight or argue.
Yes, we can.
I said you may, sweetheart.
Good morning, Daddy.
Morning, Dad. Here's your cream, sir.
Thanks, Annie.
You're welcome, sir.
Dad, when do we get to have fresh cream on our shredded wheat?
When you grow up, that's when.
I'll tell you one thing. If there's a war, no one gets cream. If there's a war, we'll all have to settle for top of the pile.
Mother said she was thinking about having us a dinner in here with you every night.
Yes. Your mother and I are both thinking of that. We're both looking forward to it. As soon as you children learn to sit up straight, then I see no reason why we shouldn't all have a pleasant meal together every evening.
Could we try tonight, Dad? Could you give us a test?
No, Charlie, not tonight. Tonight, your mother and I are giving a small dinner party. I hope very much that you and Liz will come down and shake hands.
I get so shy, Dad.
You'll just have to learn, sweetie pie. Half of life is learning to meet people.
What's the other half, Dad?
Was that a crack?
No, Dad.
That was a crack, wasn't it?
No, Dad, really?
That sounded very much like a smart guy wisecrack to me. And people who make cracks like that don't normally eat in dining rooms.
I didn't mean it as a crack, Dad.
then we'll ignore it. We'll go on with our breakfast.
Your car's here, Lizzie, for school.
Okay.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you, Annie. Bye, Daddy.
Goodbye, darling. But don't be late and sit quietly in the car. And say good morning to the driver. Work hard. Right. Goodbye.
Dad, can I read the funnies?
Certainly. Certainly you may. This won't mean much to you, but the government is systematically ruining this country.
Oh, Miss Kelly told us about the government.
Oh, really? And who is Miss Kelly, pray tell?
She's my teacher.
I don't remember any Miss Kelly.
She's new, Dad.
I see. And what has she been telling you?
She says there's a depression going on,
I see.
and people all over the country are standing in line for bread.
I see.
So the government has to step in and do something.
Annie!
Yes, sir.
I'd very much like some coffee, please.
Yes, sir.
You tell Miss Kelly she's wrong.
Why?
I'll tell you exactly why. If the government keeps on handing out money, then no one will want to work. And if no one wants to work, there won't be anyone around to support such things as private schools. And if no one is supporting private schools, then Miss Kelly will be standing out on the bread lines along with everyone else. You tell Miss Kelly that, if you please. Thank you, Annie.
Dad, could we leave a little earlier today?
We'll leave when we always leave.
But I'm always late, Dad.
Nonsense.
I am, Dad. Yesterday, I walked into assembly while they were still singing the hymn.
A minute or two later,
Everyone looked at me, Dad.
well, you tell everyone to concentrate on that hymn.
I can't, Dad.
It's the new stoplight on Richmond Avenue. It affects our timing.
It's not just a new stoplight, Dad. Sometimes I come in when they're already doing arithmetic. Miss Kelly says I should learn to be punctual.
Miss Kelly again, eh?
She said if everyone is late, no one will learn any mathematics.
Now you listen to me, Charlie. Miss Kelly may be an excellent teacher. Her factoring may be false. Her geography beyond question. But Miss Kelly does not teach us politics, nor does she tell us how to run our lives. She's not going to tell you or me to get up in the middle of a pleasant breakfast and get caught in the bulk of morning traffic just so that you can arrive in time for a silly hymn. Long after you've forgotten that hymn, long after you've forgotten how to factor, long after you've forgotten, Miss Kelly, you will remember these pleasant breakfasts around this dining room table. And here's your mother.
Good morning, dear. Good morning, Charlie.
I know people who leap to their feet when a beautiful woman enters the room.
Oh, that's all right, dear.
I also know people who rush to push in their mother's chair.
Thank you, dear.
And finally, I know people who are quick to give their mother the second section of the morning paper.
Here, Mom.
Thank you, dear.
Now, Charlie, take a moment, if you would, just to look at your lovely mother, bathed in the morning sunlight and reflected in the dining room table.
Oh, Russell.
Look at her, Charlie, and then ask yourself, Kay, which is worth our ultimate attention? Your mother or Miss Kelly?
Who's Miss Kelly?
Never mind, dear. Which, Charlie?
My mother.
Good, Charlie, fine. Now I think you and I should take a trip upstairs before we say goodbye and are on our way.
Good morning, Annie. Good morning, Mrs. Tell Irma I'll have poached eggs this morning, please, Annie. Yes, Mrs.
In here?
Where else?
You're going to type?
Of course I'm going to type.
In here? At that table?
Why not?
You're going to sit there banging a typewriter on my family's dining room table?
Why not?
Because it wasn't designed for it, that's why.
Oh, Howard.
Lucky I came back. Next thing you know, you'll be feeding the dog off our Lowestoft china.
It's got rubber pads under it. I checked. And I'll get something else if you want.
You're not going to use those placemats.
I thought I would, yes.
Those are good placemats.
We haven't used them in 10 years.
Those are extremely good placemats, Ellie. Mother got those in Italy.
All right. All right. I'll use these then. Mind if I use these? We put pots on them. You can certainly put a typewriter.
Yes, Mrs. I wonder if anything might have happened to my poached eggs, Annie. Irma's cooking 2 more, Mrs. 2 more? The first one slid off the plate while she was buttering the toast. Is she drinking again, Annie? No, Mrs.
Tell me the truth.
I don't think so, Mrs.
I'd better go see. A simple question of 2 poached eggs. Honestly, Annie, sometimes I think it's almost better we do things ourselves.
Yes, Mrs.
Don't you have a plane to catch? It's kind of hard to work when your husband is hovering over you like a helicopter.
Well, it's kind of hard to leave when your wife is systematically mutilating the dining room table.
I'll be careful, Howard. I swear. Now goodbye.
Couldn't you please work somewhere else?
I'd like to know where, please?
What's wrong with the kitchen table?
It doesn't work, Howard. Last time the kids got peanut butter all over my footnotes.
I'll set up the bridge table in the living room.
I just have to move whenever you and the boys want to watch a football game.
You mean you're gonna leave all that stuff there?
I thought I would. Yes.
All that shit all over the dining room?
It's a term paper, Howard. It's crucial for my degree.
You mean you're gonna commandeer the dining room for the rest of the term?
It just sits here, Howard. It's never used.
Well, what if we want to give a dinner party?
So what if we give it a dinner party?
What if we want to have a few people over, for Christ's
We
sake?
can eat in the kitchen.
Oh, Jesus!
Everybody does these days.
That doesn't make it right.
Let me get this done, Howard. Let me get a good grade and my master's degree and a good job so I can be out of here every day.
Fine! What the hell? Then why don't I turn it into a tool room every night?
Why didn't you tell Mildred to wake me up, Mother?
Let me just finish this grocery list.
I mean, it's Saturday, Mother.
There. I know it's Saturday, sweetheart, and I apologize, but something has come up, and I want you to make a little decision.
What decision?
Start your breakfast, dear. No one can think on an empty stomach. Now, guess who telephoned this morning?
Who?
Your Aunt Martha.
Oh, I love her.
So do I. But the poor thing hasn't got enough to do. So she was on the telephone at the crack of dawn.
What did she want?
Well, now here's the thing. She's got an extra ticket for the theater tonight, and she wants you to join her.
Sure.
Now wait till I finish, dear. I told her it was your decision, of course, but I thought you had other plans.
What other plans?
Think carefully, sweetheart. Isn't there something rather special going on in your life this evening? Oh, am I right or am I right?
Dancing school. Shit.
It's not dancing school, sweetheart. The first session of the junior assemblies, which are a big step beyond dancing school.
I can't work in this place. It's like a tomb.
I told Aunt Martha to call her right back so she could drum up someone else.
But I thought it was my decision.
It is, sweetheart, of course.
And I'd like to go see a play with Aunt Martha.
Helen, I wonder if you're being just a little impulsive this morning. You don't even know what the play is.
What is it then?
Well, it happens to be a very talky play called St. Joe.
Oh, I read it in school. I want to go over more.
It's the road company, sweetheart. It doesn't even have Catherine Cornell.
Still, I
catch up. Gosh, you see why we shouldn't make hasty decisions?
Well, then maybe I won't go at all.
What do you mean?
Maybe I'll skip all the junior assemblies.
Oh, Carolyn.
I don't like dancing school anyway.
Don't be silly.
I don't. I never liked it. I'm bigger than half the boys, and I never know what to say, and I'm a terrible dancer. Last year I spent half the time in the ladies' room.
That's nonsense.
It's true, Mother. I hate dancing school. I don't know why I have to go. St. Joan wouldn't have gone to dancing school in a million years.
Yes, and look what happened to St. Joe.
I don't care. I've made up my mind.
Your Aunt Martha seems to have caused a little trouble around here this morning.
Maybe.
She seems to have opened a whole can of worms.
I'm glad she did.
All right. And how do you propose to spend your Saturday nights when there's no Aunt Martha and no St. Joan and all your friends are out having the time of their life in the junior assemblies?
I'll do something.
Such as what? Hanging around here, listening to that stupid hit parade, bothering the maid who are playing a party.
I'll do something, Mother.
Well, you're obviously not old enough to make an intelligent decision.
I knew you wouldn't let me
All
decide.
right, then decide. But let me tell you a very short story before you do about your dear Aunt Martha, who also made a little decision when she was about your age. She decided, and if you breathe a word of this, I'll strangle you. She decided she was in love with her writing master, and so she threw everything up and ran off with him to Taos, New Mexico, where your father had to track her down and drag her back. But it was too late, Carolyn. She had been overstimulated, and from then on in refused to join the workday world. There it is, in a nutshell. So think about it while I'm ordering the groceries and decide.
I've decided, Mother.
Good, I hope you've come to your senses.
I've decided to talk to Aunt Martha.
You've got a disappointment, Carolyn. You've got writing lessons at noon. No, we'll skip the writing lesson. But Carolyn, Carolyn!
Michael, you scared me out of my skin.
I wanted to.
Your mother said you were sick this morning.
I was. I am.
So sick you couldn't go to school.
I am, Maggie. I upchucked twice.
And you get straight back to bed.
Well, how come you didn't do my room yet?
Because I thought you were sleeping.
I just been lying there, Ag, waiting.
Well, I got more to do now since I left. I got to the silver, and then downstairs lavatory, and all the beds inside.
My mother says you want to leave us.
When did she say that?
Last Thursday, on your day off, when she was cooking dinner. She says now there's a war on and you're looking for a job with more money. Is that true, Ag?
Maybe.
Well, money isn't everything, Aggie.
Listen to him now.
You can be rich as a king and still be miserable. I look at my Uncle Paul. He's rich as Croesus, and he is drinking himself into oblivion.
What do you know about all that?
I know a lot. I hear in the dining room now, and I listen. And I know that my Uncle Paul is drinking himself into oblivion, and that Mrs. Williams has a tipped uterus.
Here now, you'll stop that talk.
It's true, Ad. And it proves that money isn't everything. So you don't have to leave us.
It's not just the money, darling.
Well, what, Ad? Don't you like us anymore?
Oh, Michael.
Well, don't you like our
Because I don't want to do domestic service no more.
Why?
Because I don't like it no more, Maya.
Well, that's because Ida left, and you have too much work to do.
No, darling.
I help you, Ag. I swear I will. I'll make my own bed, and I'll pick up my towel, and I'll try to be much more careful when I pee.
Lord love you, lad.
I mean it, Ag, and I'll tell my parents not to give me so many dinner parties. And I'll tell them to give me more time off. I'll tell them to give you all day Sunday.
No, darling, no.
I'm serious, Ag.
I know, darling. I know.
Okay, let's measure it up then.
When will you be going then, Ag?
As soon as your mother finds someone else.
But she can't find anyone, Aggie.
She will.
She says she can't. They keep showing up with dirty fingernails or dyed hair.
22 feet, 6 inches. Fine room.
So you gotta stay, Ag. You can't just leave people in the lurch.
Look at these French doors.
I'm looking. I'm also thinking about heat loss.
I'll stay. Till you go away for the summer.
8 feet, 2 inches.
You're gonna get married, aren't you, Ag?
Maybe.
That guy you told me about? From church.
Maybe.
Are you gonna have children? You will, Ag. I know you will. You have a boy of your own.
Hold it tight now.
Will you come back to see us?
Oh my, yes.
You won't, Ag.
I will surely.
I will never see you again. You will never come back, ever.
12 feet, 4 inches.
Come here, Mike.
No.
Come here and give Aggie a big hug.
No, why should I? No.
Just a squeeze for old time's sake.
No. Go hug your own kids, Agnes. I've got work to do. I've got a whole stack of homework to do. I'm missing a whole day of school.
Michael.
Okay. There's your dining room, Doctor.
There it is.
Big room, light room, commodious room.
One of the reasons we bought the house.
And one of the reasons we should consider breaking it up.
Breaking it up.
Now, bear with me. Let's say we turn this room into an office for you and a waiting room for your patients.
I thought we planned to open up those maid's rooms on the third
Now,
floor.
hold on. Relax. The patient trusts the psychiatrist, doesn't he? Why can't the psychiatrist trust the architect? Now, here's a ground plan of your house. And here's what you're stuck with for the moment. And here, with these approximate dimensions, is your dining room.
I see.
Now, suppose, just suppose, we started with a clean slate. Suppose we open this up here, blast a beam through here, break through here and here, blast out this and throw out that, and what do we have?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, we don't have a dining room anymore, that's what we don't have.
But where do we eat?
Here, right here, look. I'm putting an eating area right here. Here's the fridge, cooking units, Cuisinart, butcher block table, chrome chairs. See? Look at the space, the flow. Wife cooks, kids set the table, you stack the dishes, all right here. Democracy at work in your own home. Now, let's review your day. You come down to breakfast. Everybody's fixing his, her own things. Eggs, cornflakes, Pop-Tarts, whatever. You eat, chat, read the paper, say goodbye, and come in here to go to work. Do you have a nurse or receptionist?
No, I'm just a humble shrink.
Well, you come in here, into the reception room. Maybe add just the magazines on the table here. Perhaps add your newspaper to the pile. Then go through a soundproof door into your office. Turn on the stereo console here. Perhaps select a book from the wall unit here. And then settle behind your desk module here. You read, you listen to music. Soon, a patient arrives. Turn off the music, put aside your book, and buzz in through the door. He comes in and flops on the couch here. He tells you his dreams. You look out the window, he leaves, you ride him up, buzz in the next. Soon, it's time for lunch. You come in here to have lunch with the wife or one of the kids, and maybe stroll back in here for a nap. More buzzes, more patience, and soon it's time for a good, easy, cooperative supper with your family.
But not in the dining room.
No, not in the dining room.
This room has such resonance.
Well, so does a church. That doesn't mean we have to live in it. Look, I know we're all I speak. I grew up in a room like this.
Oh, yes?
Oh, sure. This is home turf to me.
Really?
Oh, God, yes. My father sat in a chair just like that. And my mother sat here. And my sister sat here. And I sat right here. Oh, it all comes back to me now.
You want to tell me about it?
It was torture, that's all. Those endless meals waiting to begin, waiting for dessert, waiting to be excused so they couldn't lean on you anymore.
Is it that bad?
Man, it was brutal. I remember one time, I came to the table without washing my hands, and my father...
Go on.
Never mind. The point is, Doctor, it's time to get rid of this room. Tell you frankly, I don't want to mess around with any more maid service. I could do that in my sleep. What I want is a chance to get in here and open up your whole ground floor. Now, what do you say?
I'll have to think about it.
Okay, fine. Take your time. Tell you what, I'll send you my bill for the work I've done so far.
Good. And I'll send you mine.
All right, children, we're ready. Come on in. This is a dining room. This is not the monkey house at the zoo. All right, then. Come on. The kitchen. Put all the ice cream in. Good. That's much better. Now I want everyone to leave the room. Go into the hall and come back in here in the right one. That's it. Go out, turn around, and come in. Come in as if you were lovely down, coming to a lovely dinner party. No. Let Winky go first, since it's her birthday and she's the hostess. Good, Winky, you sit over there. Good, that's it. Good. No, Billy. You sit next to Winky. It should be boy, girl, boy, girl. Good. Now, what do we do with our napkins? Exactly. We unfold them and tuck them under our chins. And then we put on our party hats.
Can the boys wear their hats inside the house?
Yes, they can, Rooster, because this is a special occasion. And sometimes on special occasions, the rules can change.
Yay!
I said sometimes, and I meant some of the rules.
There's my daddy.
Where, Billy? Oh, hi.
Hi. Hi, Bill.
What brings you here?
Have to pick up Bill.
I thought you were picking him up.
She asked me to.
You're a little early. We haven't even had cake.
She told me to be early.
I can't get mine to work. Help her, Brewster. Little boys are supposed to help little girls.
Where's Frank?
Playing golf, where else?
On Winky's birthday?
Don't get me started, please. Can we have ice cream now, please?
Oh yeah, ice cream.
Dear, be patient. Then you'll have something to look forward to.
Judy must have known he'd be playing golf.
Judy knows everything.
She knows about us at least.
About us. How?
She said she could tell by the way we behaved.
Behave where?
At the Bramwell's dinner party?
We hardly spoke to
Well,
each
that's
other.
how she can tell.
We want ice cream. We want ice cream.
They want ice cream.
She says she'll fight it tooth and nail.
By what? We haven't done it.
She wants to nip it in the bud.
Ice cream! Ice cream!
Children, you win.
Yay! Now Roberta's very busy in the kitchen because she's got another dinner party tonight. So who would like to help bring things out? Oh, me! Careful, careful! Walk, don't run. And be polite to Roberta because she's working very hard. And Brewster and Winky, you'll have other responsibilities. For instance, Brewster, when Billy and Sandra reappear through that door, what will you do?
Sing the song.
Very quiet. Watch that door. And as soon as they come in, start singing. So what do you do?
She said she's thinking of telling her father about it.
Her father?
He'd fire me immediately.
What if he did?
I'd be out of a job, Peggy.
You could find another.
Where? Doing what?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Winky. Happy birthday to you. No. Wait. Always wait before you blow out the candles. You have to make a wish. And Mommy has to make a wish too. See, Mommy is putting her wedding ring around one of the candles. Now we both close our eyes and make a wish. I wish I could. No. Don't tell. Never tell a wish. If you do, it won't come true. Now blow. Now, will you cut the cake, please, and give everyone a piece? And Rooster, you pass the ice cream.
So what did you wish for?
Won't tell.
Do you think it'll come true?
No.
She'd make it so messy for everyone.
Judy,
She'd make it impossible.
so would Frank.
I thought you didn't care.
He'd care if it were messy.
We could leave town,
And go where?
wherever I find another job.
Yes.
I've got an uncle in Syracuse.
Syracuse.
We could live there.
Is it nice, Syracuse?
I think it's on some lake.
Syracuse.
You'd have Winky, I'd get Bill in the summer.
In Syracuse.
At least we'd be free.
Winky, wipe your mouth, please.
Billy, would you come over here a minute, please?
What?
Do you have to go to the bathroom?
No.
Then don't do that. Oh, you know what? Now go back and enjoy the party. Sorry.
I grew up here.
Who didn't?
To just pick up stakes.
I know.
I mean, this is where I live.
Me too. We'll just have to behave ourselves then.
Oh, Ted,
Be good little children.
I can't stand it.
And if we're seated next to each other, we just have to make a conscious effort.
No, we won't be seated next to each other. Judy will see it out.
For a while, anyway.
For quite a while. We're all finished, Mommy. Thank you, sweetheart. And here's your ring. Good for you. I forgot all about it.
Time to go then.
I've planned some games.
Want me to stay?
It would help.
Then I'll stay.
Into the living room now, children, for some games.
What games?
Oh, all kinds. Blind man's bluff. Pin your tail on the top.
I'll get them started.
Would you appreciate Roberta?
I'll be the donkey.
Stop.
I'll be the ass.
Stop or I'll scream. Come on, Mommy, we're waiting. We're coming, dear.
Grandpa?
Which one are you?
I'm Nick, Graham.
What do you want?
To have lunch with you, Graham?
Then you're late.
I went out to the club.
Who said I'd be down at the club?
My parents said you always eat there.
Lately I've been coming home. Don't know half the people at the club anymore. Rather be here at my own table. Dora takes care of it. Don't you, Dora?
Yes, sir.
Well, you tracked me down anyway. That shows some enterprise. Bring them some lunch, Dora.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Graham.
You're Nick, eh?
Yes, I am.
You the one who wants to go to Europe this summer?
No, that's Mary. That's my cousin.
You're the one who wants the automobile, because you can't go to college without an automobile.
No, that's my brother Tony, Graham.
Well, what do you want then?
Oh, I really don't want anything.
Everyone who sits down with me wants something. Usually it's money. You want money?
Yes, sir.
For what?
My education, Graham.
Education, eh? Well, that's a good thing. Oh, can be. Doesn't have to be. Can be a bad thing. Well, where do you want to be educated?
St. Luke's School in Litchfield, Connecticut.
Never heard of it.
It's an excellent boarding school for boys.
Is it Catholic?
I don't think so, Graham.
Sounds Catholic to me.
I think it's high Episcopalian, Graham.
And it's expensive.
My parents think it's a first-rate school.
Ah. Your parents think.
They've discussed all the boarding schools and decided that this is the best.
They decided it.
Yes, sir.
And then they decided you should get your grandfather to pay for it.
Yes, sir.
Another one leaving the nest door
Yes, sir.
and taking a piece of the nest egg.
Yes, sir.
Oh, why don't you stay home?
Me?
You!
Oh, because I want to broaden myself.
You want to what?
I want to broaden my horizons. My horizons need broadening.
I see.
And I'll meet interesting new friends.
Don't you have any interesting friends here?
Oh, sure,
I
Graham.
do. I have interesting friends right here. I know a man who makes boats in his basement. And I know another man who plays golf with his wife.
But I'll meet different types, Graham. From all over the country. New York, California.
Why would you want to meet anyone from New York?
Because they're sophisticated, Graham. They'll buff me up.
They'll what?
My mother says I need buffing up.
Dora, do you think he needs buffing up?
No, sir.
Dora doesn't think you need buffing up. I don't think you need buffing up. You'll have to give us better reasons.
Well, they have advanced Latin there.
I see.
And an indoor hockey rink.
Yes,
And beautiful grounds and surroundings.
Don't we eat? Don't we have beautiful surroundings? Why do we have to go away to have beautiful surroundings?
I don't know, Graham. All I know is everyone's going away these days.
Everyone's going away. Oh, you hear that, Dora? Everyone's going away.
An awful lot of people are going away.
I didn't go away.
I know, Graham.
You didn't even go to Country Day. Went to the old PS36 down on Huron Street.
Yes, Graham.
Didn't finish either. Father died and I had to go to work. I had to support my mother.
I know that, Graham.
Father didn't go to school at all. Learned Greek at the plow.
You told us, Graham.
Yes, well, I didn't do too badly. Without a high Episcopal boarding school and an indoor hockey rink.
But you're a self-made man, Graham.
Oh, is that what I am? And what are you? Don't you want to be self-made? Or do you want others to make you? Well, what do you got to say to that?
I don't know.
Everyone wants to go away. Me? I went away twice. Took 2 vacations in my life. First vacation, I took a week off of work to marry your grandmother. We went to Hot Springs, Virginia. I bought this table. Second vacation, Europe, 1928. Again with your grandmother. Hated the place. Knew I would. I mean miserable meals. I took a truckload of shredded wheat a lot. Came back when it ran out. Back to this table. They're all leaving us, Dora. Scattering like birds. son wants to go to one of those fancy New England boarding schools to play ice hockey indoors with that crowd from Long Island or Philadelphia. He'll come home talking with marbles in his mouth. We won't understand a word, Dora.
Yes, sir.
And we won't see much of him either, Dora. He'll go visiting in New York and Baltimore. He'll drink liquor in the afternoon and get mixed up with women who wear lipstick and trousers and whose only thought is the next dance. And he wants me to pay for it all. Am I right?
No, Graham. No, I don't, really. I don't want to go. I want to stay here with all of you.
Finish all greens. They're good for your lower intestines. No. You go. You've got to go. I'll send you to St. Lucy's, and Betsy to Miss Watsy's, and young Andy to whatever it's called. And Mary can go to Europe this summer, and Tony can have a car. It's all fine and dandy. Go on, all of you. Enjoy yourselves. Travel, leave town, see the world. But do you know who's going to be sitting here when you get back? I'll tell you who's going to be sitting here when you get back. Some Irish fella, some Jewish gentleman will be sitting right in that chair, saying this same thing to his grandson. Your grandson will be back at the plow. Come to think of it, that won't be a bad thing either. Will it, Dora?
No, sir. Well, go on. Bring him his checkbook before he falls asleep.
What do you think?
You're in trouble.
Oh dear, I knew it.
It's becoming a glue.
I know the feeling.
Too many hard seams.
Do you think it's hopeless?
Let me check the table.
It shakes very badly. I had a few friends over the other night, and every time we tried to cut our chicken, our water glasses started tinkling frantically, and the chairs creaked and groaned. It was like having dinner at Pompeii.
I'm checking the joints here.
It's all so sad, how things run down and fall apart. I used to tell my husband, my ex-husband, we have such lovely old things. We should oil them. We should wax them. We should keep them up. But of course, I couldn't do everything, and he wouldn't do anything. And so here you are now to give us the coup de grace.
Hey, look at this.
What?
Look under here.
I don't dare.
I'm serious. Look.
Wait till I put on my glasses. Where I can't see.
Under here. Look. This support. See how loose this is?
Wait, I can't quite.
Come on.
All right.
See? Look at this support.
Well, I see it wiggles like mad.
And look over there.
Excuse me. I have to put a whole new piece in here. See, this is gone.
I see.
And excuse me. This leg probably needs a new dowel. I'll have to ream it out and put in another.
Do you think so?
Oh, sure. In fact, your whole dining room needs to be re-screwed, re-glued, and renewed.
Wow.
What's the matter?
I've never been under a table before.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it's all just wood under here, isn't it?
That's all it is.
You think a dining room table was something special. 1898?
That's what it says.
But that's not so old.
Not if it was made in 1898.
That's not old at all. It's not even an antique. It's just American.
There's a lot of these around. They used to crank them out at the end of the 19th century.
Oh, am I dumb? For years we were thinking this was terribly valuable.
Well, it is in a sense. It's well made. It's a solid, serviceable copy based on the English.
I'll be darned. You learn something every day. You know a lot about furniture, don't you?
I'm beginning to.
Beginning to? I bet your father was a cabinet maker or something.
My father was a banker,
A baker.
and I was a stockbroker until I got into this.
I don't believe that.
Oh, sure. I decided I wanted to see what I was doing. Touch it, see the results. So I took up carpentry.
I'm amazed. I mean, I know some stockbrokers. Oh, is this the support that's bad?
That's the one.
What if we put a nail in here?
Not a nail, a screw.
All right. And another one. Oh, excuse me. Over here? Or maybe some possible cement?
Well, they have these epoxy glues now.
All right. And maybe we have a matchbook in here?
Not a
A
matchbook.
wedge then. A wooden wedge.
Good idea.
See? I can do it too. So, well, will you be happy to take the table away, or can you fix it here?
I can fix it here if you want.
That might make more sense. My husband used to ask for written estimates, materials and labor.
I'll write one up.
Suppose I helped on the labor?
I've never worked that way.
I should learn. I shouldn't be so helpless.
Okay, why not?
Besides, it's not an antique. If anything happens, it's not the end of the world, is it?
Not at all.
Then when can we start?
Today. Now, if you want.
Then we're a partnership, aren't we? We should have a drink. Should we celebrate?
Okay?
What do we have? Something snappy, like martini?
Oh, no, I gave this up at the stock market. How about a beer?
Fine idea. Good, solid beer, if I've got any.
I've got the plates, Mrs. Driscoll. You've got your hands full with that turkey. All right, everybody, we're ready. Oh, how lovely.
Well, thank you, Mother. Now, Mother, I want you to sit next to me. And, Fred, would you sit on Mother's left? And Ben, you sit opposite her where she can see you. Nancy and Ben, you hold up that into the table. And there we are.
Nancy, I've seen some lovely tables in my day, but this is by far the loveliest. Give up time to yourself.
Thank you. Mrs. Driscoll helped as usual.
We're so lucky to have her.
She is such a jewel.
Is the turkey almost ready, Nancy?
Yes, dear.
We look forward to it all year long.
I'm just happy I'm not sitting at the kids' table this year.
Oh, what's the matter, Mother?
I'm not quite sure where I am.
You're here, Mother, in your dining room. And this is your table, and these are your chairs. And here's the china you got on your trip to England. And the silver-handled carving knife your father used to use.
Oh, yes. It's been a long day.
It's more about.
She's a little overwhelmed.
But who are these people? I'm not quite sure who these people are.
It's me, Mother. Stuart, your son. And here's Fred, and Ben, and Nancy, and Beth. See, we're all here, Mother.
I'll get the turkey. That may help her focus.
And Mrs. Driscoll's here, Mother, right in the kitchen where she's always been. And your grandchildren, all your grandchildren were here, don't you remember? They ate first at the children's table, and now they're out in back playing touch football. You watched them, Mother.
Oh, yes.
And here's Nancy with the turkey. Put it right over there, Nancy. See, Mother? Isn't it a beautiful bird? And I'm going to carve it just the way Father did. And give you a small piece of the breast, just a dab of dressing. Just as always, Mother.
Just as always.
And Fred gets the drumstick, am I right, Fred?
Yeah.
And Beth likes the wishbone.
Yes.
And Ben ends up with the Pope's nose, am I right, Ben?
You're right.
See, except for Mrs. Driscoll.
I always do, Nancy. Mrs. Driscoll likes the second joint.
This is all very nice, but I think I like to go home.
You are home, Mother. You've lived here for 52 years.
54, forever.
Ben, would you pass this plate down to Mother?
Thank you very much, but I really do think it's time to go.
Mother.
Oh dear.
Will someone drive me home, please? I live at 18 Summer Street with my mother and sisters.
What will we do?
There's nothing there now, Mother. Don't you remember? We drove down. There's a big building there now.
Thank you very much for asking me. Thank you for having me to your house.
Mother, I'm your son, Fred.
Isn't that nice? Thank you. I had a perfectly lovely time. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been absolutely lovely. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's sing to her.
Sing?
She likes singing. We used to sing whenever she would get upset. Fred, Ben, quickly over here.
Now I can't find my gloves. Where would my gloves be? I can't go out without my gloves.
What songs? I can't remember any of the songs.
Sure you can. Come on.
I need my gloves. I need my hat.
As the blackbird in the spring,
'Neath the willow tree, sat and piped, I heard him sing, sing of Oralee. Oralee, Oralee, made of golden hair. Sunshine came along with thee, and swallows in the air.
I love music. Every person in our family could play a different instrument.
oh, she's coming around. Quickly, second verse.
In thy blush the rose was born, music when you spake. Through thine azure eye the morn, sparkling seemed to break. Oralee, Oralee, made of golden hair. Sunshine came along with thee, and swallows in the air. In the air.
That is absolutely lovely.
Oh, thank you, Mother.
But now, I've simply got to go home. Would you call my carriage, please? And someone find my hat and gloves. It's very late, and my mother gets very nervous if I'm not home in time for tea.
Look, Fred, Ben, we're just going to have to take her down and show her everything. The apartment complex where her house was, the new entrance to the thruway, the Howard Johnson Hotel, everything. And she'll see that nothing's there at all.
I'll get the car.
I'll get her
I'm
car.
coming too.
We just have to go through the motions.
That's scary.
I know it.
I suddenly feel so precarious.
It could happen to us all.
No, it's as if we didn't exist, as if we were all just ghosts or something. Even her own son, she walked right by me.
Guess we just walked right by us.
Yes. Know what I'd like?
What?
A good stiff drink.
I'm with you.
I bet Mrs. Driscoll could use a drink too.
Bet you could.
Let's go out and ask her.
Mrs. Driscoll?
Let's.
All right.
Let's have a drink with Mrs. Driscoll and then dig into this turkey and help her with the dishes and figure out how to get through the rest of the goddamn day.